What's going on, guys? I know there's like a million videos on YouTube that are breaking down the Rise of Skywalker, so I'm not gonna go into detail about every single scene that's in the movie because just go on YouTube. There's like a million YouTubers dissecting the movie, scene by scene. They're going over everything dealing with the plot, the production, the script. How they messed up this, how they messed up the whole Star Wars mythos, with the movie and everything. So I'm not gonna go into like de- detail about every little tidbit about the movie because you got like a lot of YouTubers like Geeks and Gamers, Neurotic, Dave Cullen. He put out a video breaking down Star Wars. Sargon of Akkad, he made a video and a million other people put out YouTube videos breaking down how bad the movie was. Even Doomcock, Mega Random 42, um, like a whole bunch of YouTubers. You just search and they give you like a step by step. I won't say step by step, but like like breakdown of every little detail about the movie, and even the amazing Lucas, he put out a good video tearing up the movie. So you just check that out. But I just want to like point out one thing about the movie that really got on my nerve, and I've heard quite a few other YouTube personalities bring up the same topic. The whole thing about bringing back Palpatine was very distasteful. I mean, I mean, but I would say that's the lowest of the low. And the reason why I say that bringing back Palpatine was a bad idea, and actually it was like a very distasteful, very what word I'm looking for? It's just almost sacrilegious, almost blasphemous in a way because if you go back to the original trilogy that came out back in the 80s, especially if you watch the Return of the Jedi, everybody thought that Anakin Skywalker, aka Darth Vader, killed Palpatine at the end. Because like if it watched like the Return of the Jedi, Darth Vader, he turned to the light side. He tried to save his son Luke Skywalker from Palpatine. Cause remember that scene when Palpatine was using the Force lightning to kill Luke, and then Darth Vader, he looked at it like, and then he just he had to change the heart, and then he stopped Palpatine from killing Luke, and he threw Palpatine down that shaft or whatever, and that kind of like redeemed Darth Vader. And he turned him back to the light side. He became Anakin Skywalker again, and then him and his son, they kind of like reconciled everything, and they squashed the beef, and that was like the end of the movie. So that's like the whole point of the whole original trilogy, you know. But I'll say that bringing back Palpatine in this the latest movie, in the Rise of Skywalker, that was like a bad move, and it's very distasteful. And the word I was looking for is very disrespectful. That's the word I was looking for. Very disrespectful to the whole Star Wars franchise, because you got this new character, Rey, he just pops out of nowhere. And if you were to watch, like if you analyze like the script and how they wrote it out, it was kind of forced because it didn't make any sense, and they left like a lot of questions. Like I'm gonna give I'm gonna give some spoilers, but in the movie they say that Rey was Palpatine's granddaughter, right? But they didn't really go into detail about how the hell that Palpatine have children, say why, what I'm saying, and why, it just like left the gap. It was kind of like they just threw that in there, and also it was kind of like a spit in the face, a slap in the face to the whole Skywalker legacy because at the end of the movie, she gave her name. I guess she gave herself that name, Skywalker, Ray Skywalker. And I'm like, she's not even in the damn bloodline of the Skywalker family. You know what I'm saying? She's nowhere, as far as I know. There might be some, people who are like super Star Wars fans. They probably like go deeper to the damn lineage. Maybe Palpatine is related to the Skywalker some way. I don't know. But I'm just saying that, she was no way related to Luke Skywalker. She was not related to Leia. She wasn't related to Anakin in no way, shape, or form. Not in that bloodline. So why the hell she gonna give her name Ray Skywalker at the end? And at the end of the movie, she like walked off to the sunset. What I'm saying, all this kind of stuff in the desert, just how like Luke Skywalker was in the desert at the beginning of the original Star Wars. So it was like very distasteful, very disrespectful to the original trilogy. And also, you gotta look at it this way. Okay, she's a Palpatine, right? 'Cause Palpatine, he was like the main antagonist in the original trilogy. He was like the bad guy, but he was like the bad guy behind Darth Vader. In the original Star Wars. What I'm saying? He's like the main, even with the prequels, he was like that. But think about it: if she's of that Palpatine bloodline, the evil Sith bloodline, and at the end, she gave her name Skywalker. That means that the Palpatine bloodline, the evil bloodline, took over the Skywalker bloodline. What I'm saying? She gave herself that name. So it's kind of like evil usurped itself and came on top, in a sense. I'm not saying Rey was evil, but I'm just saying if you really like analyze it, it was kind of like an insult to the whole Skywalker bloodline. It's just very distasteful, very disrespectful, you know, and that's the part that really, irked me at the end. And I say it's like it was very blasphemous, sacrilegious, you know what I'm saying? When I saw that, it was like it just like lifted up. It's like this: the beginning of the movie was okay, what I'm saying? It was like a very generic action movie. It wasn't an excellent movie. It was very generic. What I'm saying? Like, but it was like very forced. They had too many damn little characters. They were trying to introduce so many damn characters, minor characters that didn't make no damn sense. But that ending really just destroyed. I mean, it was like a slap in the face to, saying to like diehard Star Wars fans. And I would say, and me personally, I would say that when it comes down to the whole Star Wars mythos, I would say the original trilogy from the 80s. First you got 1977, the original Star Wars, 1980, The Empire Strikes Back, in 1983, The Return of the Jedi. Those three are science fiction staples. What I'm saying? They're masterpieces in science fiction. But anything after that, what I'm saying, it's just, just, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Even the prequels, what I'm saying? And I gotta give credit to compared to, the prequels, even though they weren't that good, the prequels are still better than this shit that Disney putting out, so, you know what I'm saying? So, but but I think what they should have done, in my personal opinion, they should have just made the movie out of the extended universe. I think it was called, what they call it, like the Thrawn series or something. Was kind of like because a lot of people don't know that years ago they made like novels about Star Wars, like post Return of the Jedi, and it kind of like goes into detail how like Luke Skywalker had children. I think he had like twins or something. What I'm saying? It was like a whole, and I think Han Solo became general, but it was like in the novels. They should have just made the movies out of that instead of just coming up with this whole thing with Rey and Kylo. But anyway, though, I just want to get my opinion out there. But what I'm saying, but what I'll do is put some links to some other videos that I did about Star Wars. 'Cause I did a Star Wars video a couple months ago that give my personal opinion about the whole franchise. And when you get a chance, just check out my other videos. If you want to comment, express your opinion, please comment and share the video and peace out.